gon' talk. Tamaya gon' talk about Tamaya.
Hello. Welcome to the Tamaya Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today we're going to be talking about Diary of a Giver. Someone who wants to do it all, give you everything you want, study you, ask you questions. What do you want? How can I make this better? This is important because a lot of people are skipping over it. When you are a giver in any relationship, in any capacity, you're the one who wants to be in charge. You want to control everything. You want everybody to know, no matter what happens, I'm in charge. And I want you to know I'll give everything. A giver. This is one of those stories that it's sad, it's bad, but we do need to get into it because no one else is. And if no one's going to do it, I will do it. That's why it's the Tamaya Show. Hey, wait a minute. You're going to touch it? I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to get into it. You're giving, look at you. You want to do everything to me because you want to control me and have me under your little spell, have me in a web of lies. Why? Because you're a giver. Givers are dangerous. People who just want to do you. And that comes from childhood sexual trauma. No, it's not. Everybody doesn't have it happen like that. Most of you do, and I did too. Remember, if you guys were listening to the stories, when you have those boundaries broken and you're like, you know what? This is how it started and this is how I like it now. Diary of a Giver. I don't want to turn. I don't want it right now. No, but then they force you to do it. That was like my first experience, was somebody saying, because you've been doing me for all this time, I want to do you. And I was like, it's okay. I'll just do you. And that's probably what we need to call it. I'll just do you. That's because you just want to give it. You don't want to receive it because you don't like it. It's not what you want. It's what you're doing, but it's not what you want. And you have to deal with that. How do you deal with that? Well, you can't run away. You better deal with it. You better talk about it. If you're the giver and you say to people, I have problems with receiving love, with accepting what you want to do to communicate your feelings for me. Where does that come from? It comes from your personality. It's been changed. Diary of a Giver. For myself, when I started off young, receiving and giving, I didn't want to receive, but I just wanted to give. I don't want to get better. I used to ask questions. So how was that? And how could I get better? And what did I need to do? At what age? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Stopped at 13. Stopped at 13. So you want to give. And everybody's like, I like that. We need that on the team. Well, it has its ups and downs. The Diary of a Giver is this. It's not the way it's supposed to be. You shouldn't just want to give anybody anything. They need to earn you. You need to know who you are and what's your purpose. Don't you be just giving anybody anything if they don't earn you and respect you and know your purpose and know your worth. I tricked you. Stop. You are worth more. They need to come with everything they got, and it still might not be enough. No. Once I learned and got my mind back on track and realized that was stupid. Stupid. Once I realized it was bad, then I woke up like, oh, I shouldn't just be a giver, but I was for a lot of years. How many years? 29. No, I don't know. 35. No, 39. Okay, it's true. If you're still giving anybody anything and they haven't given you everything and sacrifice for who you are and what this is, then you're still just a giver. No, people need to earn you. You don't need to earn them. They have to work for it. Your purpose is not wrapped up in anything sexual. Maybe sometimes it is if that's what you want. But Diary of a Giver is, I had to unlearn some of those behaviors that I developed when I was broken, lost, and didn't have a connection with myself and my purpose. I got lost and I was afraid to admit it. Because what happens is, here you are all these years lost and don't know how to tell people. And now you want weird and different things and nobody knows. Well, why are you afraid to tell everybody? Because I'm too old. This isn't good. I'm off track. How do you know you're off track? Because you're too old to want that. You should want somebody who's ready to commit to you, to love you, to make a change for you and make a difference in your life. If that's not what they're doing, no. That's just a giver mentality. I just want to do anything to make you happy. No. That's not what it is. I remember I was like that. I remember I was young. Change that about ourselves. As a victim, sometimes we realize I'm doing this for you. But now that as a survivor, I'm doing this for me. I don't want to do that anymore. Okay, I don't have to give you anything to talk to you. I don't need to buy your time, and I don't need to make you feel like I'm making improvement to be cordial and be friends. It doesn't matter. Now that I've been set free and I know myself and my worth, now that I realize the error in my ways, I won't be doing that anymore. All the people who come around me are going to know who I am. They're going to be worthy of my time. And they're going to understand my level of pain. And I talk about it freely. And you definitely need to be able to sit through that. If you cannot, if you don't want to, you're not going to be able to be in my circle or in my life. As somebody who was giving, I allowed people to crush my spirit and take every little bit of joy that I had from me. You did that before, and I know it. But you're not going to do it this time. This time you have to get your power back and say, you did that before and I get it. But diary of a giver is this. You gave everything. You did what they wanted. They enjoyed it. They thought that's how it worked. But you didn't want it. Debauchery. You wanted to say, oh, we want to indulge in every little thought and every little behavior. And you allowed them with yourself, your body. Saw yourself, gave yourself away. Give myself away. Did you give yourself away? You have to. Gave yourself away. Now where are you now? Probably not in a good place, but it could be worse if you didn't realize that you have to give yourself away. You have to let it go. Go everywhere. Let it take you here, there, up, down, left, right. There's not anybody in this world who can say you're not the best coach in the world, because I can tell players. I coach players all over the world. I'll tell them, look, you got to be ready for everything at all times. And if there's one thing you're not ready for, you're not ready at all. We have to be ready for everything. Maybe that's how it was when you were younger or when you were lost. You didn't have your purpose intact and you couldn't figure it out. You're like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. It's okay. Come on. What are you good at and what do you like to do? I like to make an impact. I like to talk to people. I think there are a lot of dynamic people out here. I realize that as a giver, I can see other givers. You're tough. You got it together. You know how to perform. You won't give up. And you have a lot of traits of a winner. But you also may be a little too hard, a little too tough, and possibly need a hug. And maybe I do too. No, you don't. No, I do. No, I do. It's important. We've survived, but we don't have to just keep on surviving. You don't have to keep on surviving. That's all we can do. No, we can survive, but we can make an impact. We can make a change, and we can say, I'm sorry to everybody. I'm hurt. I'm sorry so much. Because at the end of the day, surviving is more than just talking about it. It's showing people this happened, but you can't tell. You have to heal with the bullet inside of you still. I read a story and it said someone was shot and if they tried to extract the bullet, take it out, it would have been worse and you might die. They said, if we just leave it in, you'll be fine. Sometimes you have to heal with the bullet inside of you. Most of us trauma survivors have the bullet still inside. And we're just going to heal and keep it in there. It doesn't mean that's bad or good. It just means that is what it is. You are healing with the bullet inside of you. Don't forget to tell them about what it is, your pain, your problems, your story. The only problem that I see with most people, diary of a giver, is like, you know who you are, tell them your story. They can get some power from it. They can get some strength from it because you're telling people, look, this is what I did when I had a circumstance that was larger than life and I needed to learn how to survive it. I gave myself some tips, some tools, some tricks, and it worked for me. I'm going to give them to you, but I made them up. So it might not work. But if you don't have any resources and no one's there to help, no one's calling, no one's checking, there's no alarm on the house and you still need to be there with people you don't know, this is what you do, right? It is a diary of a giver. I'm just going to give them everything and act like it's cool, and that's the way I'm going to get out of here. See you in a minute. Thank you.
We gon' talk about it. Tamaya. We gon' talk about it. Tamaya gon' talk. Tamaya gon' talk about it. We gon' talk. Tamaya gon'